Let's have another example of solving problems involving the normal distribution. The average daily jail population in the United States is 706,242. If the distribution is normal and the standard deviation is 52,145, find the probability that on a randomly selected day, the jail population is greater than 750,000 and between 600 to 700,000. So if you encounter problems, the first thing to do, and the problems are normal distributions, the first thing to do is to analyze what should we do. Remember, we have three things. If it's in between, which is this is the symbol, that's a number there, it's in between, then we will have the probability of the larger number minus probability to the left of the smaller number. Or if it's greater than or more than a number, then we have the 1 minus the probability to the left of the said number. Or if it's just less than or that specific number, then we would not do any of those, we just need Excel. Now in this specific case, we have again a greater than, so it's this one, and we have a between, which is this one. So now here we have the options on what we should do for A and then B. So let's solve it in Excel. As you might have noticed, this is still the data from the last example that we have, because actually, since the formula is already here, we can just change the values. As long as we're not changing the cells, we can just change the values. So let me just delete this and delete that one. But here we have our mean of 706,242, and we have our standard deviation of 52,145. And there. Let's just double check our formula. This is still the value of x that we would put, the mean, standard deviation, and true. Alright. Now what we need is greater than 750,000. So if I will just put 750,000, I will already get the probability. But again, I need greater than 750,000. So I will put equal 1 minus this value here, and there we go. And since a while ago the format here is in percent, that's why it was already in percent. So we have a 20.07%. So what does this mean? This would mean now that there is 20.07% chance that the population within a jail is 750,000. So that's the answer in letter A. In letter B, we would need the probability in between 600 and 700,000. So let me type 700,000 first, then 600,000 here. One good thing about Excel is that you can actually copy the formula. So when I drag this down, the formula will be copied. And as you might have noticed, this did not change. Here, if you're going to drag it down, when you drag it down, the source or the reference cell goes down as well. However, here, for our mean and standard deviation, it did not go down because we used F4 or the dollar sign to keep the reference there. And same goes for the other one. But what we need is the difference of these two. So I will have equal sign, select this, minus this one, and press enter. This was already in percent format a while ago. That's why it's percent here. So now we can see that the probability that a certain jail would have population between 600 to 700,000 is 43.16%. So that's how efficient Excel can be. We can just copy the formula, put the correct formula, put the correct F4 so that for referencing, and we don't need to recompute a lot all over again. So that's another example of solving problems involving the normal distribution.